Good morning, everyone. I can see everyone joining. Thank you for joining today our International Women's Day webinar dedicated to sharing experience from the European RAC sector. This slide is my first slide for this event, which is organized by AREA in cooperation with UNEP, Refrigeration Day, INWIC. I thank all the speakers, of course, of today that you can see on the screen. I thank all the participants, you participants, thank you for joining today. And we have, as said, presentations, experiences, and then we are very happy to have your experience at the end. We have 20 minutes and maybe more time for having your experience and your questions and answer for the speakers. I leave now the floor to the president of AREA, 𝘐𝘯𝘵, for the remarks, for the introduction remarks. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, good morning, everybody. On behalf of AREA, I'd like to welcome you all to our webinar. For the people who know not me, I'm the president, 𝘐𝘯𝘵, and for the people who don't know AREA is an umbrella organization of 26 national associations representing more than 13,000 companies, employing 110,000 people. We are also known as the voice of contractors in the EU, and our main activities focus on supporting member association by advocating EU regulations and standards, and developing and promoting education, training, and certification of people. We are also proudly supporting the international network of women in refrigeration, and by example, we do that with a yearly awarding the winner of a Women in Cooling video competition. And this initiative has gained a lot of attention the last years in several medium, and is, in my opinion, showcasing the inclusivity of our sector. Attracting women to join our sector and promoting inclusivity remain one of our key priorities, and we look forward to expand these activities in the future. And today, it's another example of our support to inspire women to join the refrigeration sector. And the role of women is not only valuable, but it's, in my opinion, indispensable to the present and future of our beautiful sector. So I wish you all an inspiring and informative webinar. And let's move on to the next speaker.
Thank you so much, Koen. I'll give the floor to Sonia Wagner of the United Nations Environment Program. Thank you very much, Sonia, for giving us your insight about women in cooling. You should turn on your microphone. Sorry. You should turn on your microphone. Sorry, Sonia.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Very well.
Okay, good.
Can you put in your presentation mode?
Yes. Okay, is it working
again? Sorry, no, you need to share it again.
Okay. Window.
Yes.
Okay, presentation mode, and should be okay now.
Yes, it's perfect. Thank you.
Okay, sorry about that. Good morning, everyone. Happy International Women's Day 2026. Thank you very much, AREA, Koen, Marco, and the team for organizing this webinar. We're very happy to be here. My name is Sonia Wagner. I'm representing UNEP Ozone Action, which is international part of the international organization dealing with environmental protection. And we do work in the cooling sector, and I will be presenting our approach in building an inclusive working sector and what we do to increase participation of women in this sector. So I cannot advance my slides for some reason.
You can use your arrow, I think, no?
No, I tried. I don't know why it's not working. Okay, let's try this. Okay, there we go.
Yes.
So why do we engage in the refrigeration and air conditioning heat pump sector? So as I said, we are the international organization that supports countries, 147 countries in the world, in meeting Montreal Protocol obligation. So this is an environmental treaty that has universal ratification, and basically all those countries accepted to phase out consumption of HCFCs and phase down consumption of HFCs. And we help them through CAP and through national projects that we implement in those countries. Coming from the International Environmental Organization, our main reason for being in this field is environmental impact, because the refrigerants that are used in the sector are basically substances that are controlled under the Montreal Protocol. And because of that, we do kind of place a specific focus on the servicing sector, because we don't want those substances to end up in the atmosphere. So we implement projects in all of these countries, and one of the main components of all the projects that we are implementing, and they're funded from the multilateral fund, is training of the technicians. So this is our entry point to introduce gender-related consideration into training of technicians, to kind of build their capacity in general, but also to discuss the gender-related barriers or challenges that women are facing. So we do two main things. I would like to say our interventions are two main things. The first one is to create an enabling environment for increasing participation of women at the national level. So we do that by designing and creating different tools that can kind of assess different sectors and see what the current situation is and how that can be improved. We also provide guidelines, we provide case studies, we provide fact sheets, sharing information, raising awareness, and kind of helping our national ozone units that are implementing those projects in the countries to do work in the refrigeration sector as well. Also, we do on-ground activities where we engage directly with the women, mostly technicians, in different countries and regions by organizing regional technical and gender workshops. So the workshops always have two components. One is technical hands-on training component, and the other one is discussion about challenges and opportunities, and the views of women in those sectors. So those discussions gives us kind of way to plan our activities and to see what can be done for that to be improved. We also do national female technician workshops. I want to mention here an example of Zimbabwe, where we engaged with female technicians to identify their motivation and challenges and opportunities. In preparation of that workshop, we did a survey of, and 95 female professionals responded to survey. And after discussions, we came up with the draft elements of an action plan. It's a national action plan that the wider stakeholder group came up with to address challenges and to promote participation of female professionals in Zimbabwe in this sector. We do surveys, so we basically try to collect and understand, analyze data to kind of make informed policy and program design. And also, as ARIA and other speakers on this call, we are a very proud member and the founding partner on an international network of women in cooling, through which we try to provide mentorship, networking opportunities, and visibility to women working in the sector. And that would be very brief introduction of what UNEP does in this field. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Sonia. Take ready for questions at the end, please.
Sure.
Steve Gills from World Refrigeration Day, please give your insight.
Yeah, I'll just try and share my screen. Tell me when you can see it.
Yes, we need to take out Sonia's screen. Yes, we can see it.
You can see it.
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, wherever you are in the world. Thank you to ARIA for this opportunity, Marco and Cohen especially, but thank you all. World Refrigeration Day, I'll be very brief on this because I feel all the important speakers are following. It always feels strange for a man speaking on International Women's Day and hogging the microphone. And that's something that we try not to do, so I'll keep this very brief. World Refrigeration Day. What has that got to do with women? Well, everything. Absolutely everything. World Refrigeration Day was set up to raise awareness of our hidden industry to the outside world. It was not to speak to ourselves, it was to speak to the general public, decision makers, your next door neighbour, future generations. It was to speak to the next generation, or the outside world, outside of our sector, I mean. But doing that, it sort of raised a mirror to what was the message. And our first World Refrigeration Day was in 2019, and it wasn't difficult to see that the message was predominantly male in the messaging, in terms of the literature we had, the videos, the speakers. And that is reflective. It's reflective of how our industry is. It's we can talk about percentages, but it's clear that women are in the minority. So we looked at how we could change that in terms of visibility. And World Refrigeration Day is a great opportunity, as it is all about visibility. So for the next year, I quickly raised the picture on the top left there, the Women in Cooling collage. Within, I think, 2 weeks, we had over 1,000 women submit their pictures, all working in the sector. 1,000. Yes, there are many more, but it came as a great surprise to our sector. That, wow, where did you find these people? It's no surprise. There are a lot more women working in our sector than we give them credit, or that we credit ourselves. That's the first aspect. So then but it's not about just putting pictures on screen. It was about telling their stories. So every year we've been sharing their stories, what they do, what their jobs are, what their roles are, and that is a regular feature of everything we do. And if we just move around the screen a little bit, and if we go to I'm sort of pointing with my finger now, I don't know why, the Cool Careers one in the blue, sort of off to the right on my screen, that's with UNEP. We encourage all our partners to share their stories too. So we're partnering or in touch with over 300 national associations around the world, and many companies. I think something like 13,000 companies we're in touch with now, and we're encouraging those to share their stories too. So it's not just World Refrigeration Day amplifying its message. We're joining and connecting a network who are also giving them an opportunity to share their stories and share the messages out of what people do. What does it look like working in our industry? What do they do? What's their experience? And we'll hear more about that later. We should go next. Me handing a check out on just to the sort of top right. Yeah, right. Who doesn't like giving money away? Now, this is the Women in Cooling video competitions, which I think Marco is going to speak about later. So yes, Marco's nodding. So I won't dwell on that too much. But what we found, and I'll move now swiftly to bottom left, is that we found that the initiatives that were going into schools, particularly the videos or whatever, the bottom left is in Africa, a U3 ARC. Again, a Women in Video Cooling competition that we organised, or helped to organise there. And we found that all the promotional stuff for careers in Africa was predominantly how can I say, white men speaking English. And that wasn't the message that we wanted to convey into schools. So what we've done is we create not just the opportunity for women to share their videos, but produce it in a way that could be shared within schools, could be shared with other people. So it's another way of getting their message out there. And yes, we'll talk about, or Marco will talk more about the Women in Cooling video competitions later. It's always been a thing of sharing videos and messages. The little girl just in the middle there, last year we ran a theme of showing people sharing their images. We're getting the daughters in now, so I want to be part of that. So that was a young girl from Africa who wanted to just join. She's not working as a technician, don't get us wrong, but she's very much, she's looking to, I want to do what Mummy's doing. And we've always shared the images right in the middle. We've equally, on all our materials, we equally share men and women working. So that was just the last year's theme. Just over to the right, it says role models, 𝘸𝘦𝑚azing, and that's an initiative we support in the UK. What 𝘸𝘦𝑚azing do is they train, they have, I think it's a 3-month training program, part-time, not full-time, 2 hours a week, where they support women in being able to be more confident in speaking, to give presentations, and just to build their confidence in a safe environment. And we've been doing it now for 11 programs. The 11th one is just starting. We've been supporting that. We've put through 100 women through the program, and at the end of the program, they then deliver 6 sessions into schools, to school children. They do mini experiments, science experiments, and we've now, I've been told, we've reached 30,000 children through their sessions. So that is women giving sessions out, showing what we can do. Just quickly, bottom right, yeah, we are global. Last year, I think we had something like 17,000 activities in 162 countries. And remarkably, on our database, we have 44,000 women subscribers now. It's quite astonishing. Getting close to 500,000 subscribers, 44,000 are women. And very quickly, because I'm taking up time, top right, I won't ask for hands to put up. Does anybody know who that woman is? I'll answer the question because I know. It's a woman called Margaret Ingalls, who worked for Carrier, and she was the first woman to, although Carrier invented air conditioning, as probably many of you know on this call, she was the woman who said, well, yeah, air conditioning, that was for print works. Let's use it for human comfort. So what this is 2020 this year. What we'll be doing around her birthday in October is putting on, or encouraging groups to put on webinars, individual webinars, to connect with each other and share the message across the world. So it won't be a world day, it'll be sort of a community day for women in HVACR, where we'll encourage groups to talk and connect with each other. And that's coming up later this year. But the important speakers are coming next, so I'll put an end to that now. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you so much. You know, we are, me and you and all the other men in this group are ally of women in these days. Women in cooling. So next speakers will be mainly women. Only myself will be only men remained. I leave the word to Michaela from the other side of the world, from Australia. She's from the International Women in Cooling Initiative of the United Nations. Thank you, Michaela, for being with us today.
Thank you, Marco. Did that share properly? Oh, there it is, share.
Thank you.
There we go.
Yes, we can see it.
Wonderful. Yes, so as Marco kindly introduced, I am here to talk a little bit more about INWIC, the International Women in Cooling, International Network of Women in Cooling. Well, no. There we go. First, let's address the elephant in the room, that this experience is in the European HVAC sector. I am Australian. I live in Australia. I have 2 daughters, a little bit about me. And while I don't have any insights into the European RAC sector, I'm going to let you lead with a couple of insights into Australia. The first one, contrary to popular belief about Australia, our most dangerous animal is actually a jellyfish. And what I think our most interesting claim to fame is in 1932, we started the Great Emu War. Our soldiers went to war against emus, and the emus won. The Australian soldiers surrendered to the emus after a month. That is a true story. I couldn't have made that one up if I tried. But why am I here? I am the president-elect of INWIC, and on the INWIC board, I represent 𝘸𝘂𝘓, who's one of the founding partners. I'm the national president of 𝘸𝘂𝘓, and I'm a founding member of the Women of 𝘸𝘂𝘓. For my day job, I'm a mechanical engineer. I own a company called 𝘸𝘤𝘠𝘚 Consultants here in Australia. I've got 15 engineers, and over 30 of them are women. 30% of them are women, which I'm very proud of being well above the average there. So what is INWIC? So INWIC is an international network of organisations launched by World Refrigeration Day and the United Nations Environment Programme, Ozone Action. And as Sonia's already touched on, it's aligned with the UN Sustainable Development Guidelines. And it's really based on the premise of recognising how closely linked gender equality, gender equity and climate change are. So INWIC promotes the role of women in the RACP sector. We aim to contribute to improving the professional careers of women working or studying in these fields. And we try to promote best practice, and including those related to the environment. And we aim to inspire future generations of women to join this sector. The initiative is supported by 13 founding partners, which is obviously World Refrigeration Day, UNEP Ozone Action, AREA, 𝘸𝘂𝘓, ASHRAE, IIR, FIRE, the Chinese Association of Refrigeration, IOR, ISHRAE, Women in HVAC, 𝘂𝘂𝘓𝘂𝘂, and the Japanese Association, which is JSRAE. I feel like, oh no, we haven't missed anyone. Did I miss ISHRAE? Apologies if I missed your founding partner. So the purpose and the goals of INWIC. So probably the most important goal so far has been creating mentorship opportunities. So we've created a mentorship program, which I'll talk more about on the coming slides. This provides access to global mentorship for new and existing women's groups, and it allows women in countries and regions and locations that don't have easy access to a Women of 𝘸𝘂𝘓 or a Women of ASHRAE to connect in to those support networks. Visibility and global outreach, global recognition of the INWIC brand, and the founding partners can use INWIC as a platform to outreach their activities and events. Another really important package of work is trying to provide materials to support the formation of new women's groups and providing ongoing support and mentorship to any of these new women's groups. And we can also amplify the reach of these newly formed groups by promoting their events. And we can also provide, technical resources and training resources from the more developed associations and women's groups into these newer women's groups to help support their sort of efforts. Collaboration, connectivity and networking across women's groups. This is all about trying to avoid duplication of efforts and share like the efforts that everybody else is already making. So the aim is to connect existing women's groups to enable that collaboration and to develop those relationships. We also want to encourage new organisations to join these networks so we can expand the impact that we have and get fresh perspectives from different regions. Obviously, what works in Australia to encourage women into this field is not going to be the same thing that encourages women in other countries. And also forming regional cluster groups so that, you know, we've got more access to regional groups that share time zones and languages and enable that a sort of easier formation of relationships. Regional engagement, especially in developing countries. So again, this is with regional clusters and regional groups. Again, there's much more sort of common ground in different regions. So trying to pair and group those regions together will have a much greater impact. And we can conduct targeted outreach activities for women in developing countries. And the increasing participation of women from developing countries in mentorship programs. As I mentioned previously, you know, a lot of these newer associations don't have access to those sorts of platforms, and there's even fewer women that they can connect with. So while it might be nice and helpful to have a mentor in the same city as you, at least you can have a mentor online. And building partnerships with these organisations so we can help, you know, amplify the visibility of the women in those sectors, and so that we can support them with what they need. In a lot of instances, you know, the things these groups need have probably been developed by another women's association throughout the world. Yeah, there's no point them starting at the beginning. So that's really what INWIC is aiming to do, is to share the resources that the existing women's groups have from these more developed countries and share them with groups that may be forming in developing countries. So there's two basic membership types of INWIC. There's INWIC members, which you have to be a woman to be a member of INWIC. And what that gives you is access to the it gives you access to the website, obviously, and the information and the tools that are on the website, and also the forum. But the biggest benefit at the moment is access to the mentoring platform. INWIC affiliates is open to all individuals, and the affiliate members can be mentors, but they cannot be mentees. So this program has been set up specifically to, you know, put the focus on women in these locations that have less access to mentorship. So the objectives, the objectives is to support women's professional development and to share knowledge across countries and regions, so we can build a stronger and more inclusive global network. And it also supports new women's groups by providing a free platform that they can use. So the way it works is mentors and mentees sign up for their respective INWIC membership, and they complete their profiles, and people are matched based on their skills, goals, interests. And then the actual mentor program is resourced via a platform called Mentor City, so it all happens automatically. And obviously the benefits, we're all familiar with the benefits of mentoring now and how important it is, but on this global scale, it presents a very different benefit for, you know, people in developed countries versus people in developing countries. You know, a lot of the people that we're hoping access this platform wouldn't be able to access those mentors in any other forum. There is a QR code there. Please feel free to scan it, sign up as a mentor or a mentee. Other ways to connect with INWIC: we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, and we have a newsletter. You can't scan all 3 QR codes at once, but pick one, pick the most important one. So thank you.
Thank you.
As I said, yeah, there's a QR code, have a look, reach out to someone. If you've got the availability, please consider becoming a mentor. If you're at the stage in your career where you need a mentor, please consider reaching out. Because the stronger that community is, the more people we can help.
Thank you, Michaela. I am a mentor myself, so I'm very happy to joining INWIC as a mentor. Please join INWIC; it's a very good initiative. Now it's my turn to show our work as area for women. I have a presentation. Also, Michaela, you have fun and supporters in the chat box. People, think that you are rock stars. I'm not a rock star myself, so let me try here. So yes, please feel free to also write on the chat box. I think now you can see the screen correctly. I want to speak about what we are doing as Women in Cooling, a European Rising Stars competition in area. I will be quick. Why we have this competition, why we want more women in our sector. We have a transition to natural refrigerants, to low-GPA refrigerants. We need more safety measures in our sectors. We have a growing demand of cooling. Our sector is growing. We need more people. We need more people, skilled people. We need more women. We need more, we need help in our sectors. And women can give a good and great help. For sure, on safety, for sure, women can do better than me, for sure. The green transition is not only technology, it requires competence and certified skills. New generations, we need young people as well joining the sectors, women and young professionals. You're right, arrows do not work. I use the mouse as well. So we need to give more visibility to emerging talent. And our competition, which is at 4th edition, is coming. We are in the full swing. We're inspiring next generation with this competition, and we want to build future leaders in our sectors. This is the 4th edition. The 4th edition is in 2 categories, one for young people, one for women. We have a 26th of April deadline to send videos to our area secretariat, and we will choose the best video, and we will award with €1,000 from World Refrigeration Day and a trip to Madrid for the 21st and 22nd of May to receive the award. The picture is the last edition. We can see Anna here, not Araceli, but this is Joe of the last edition winner. And I said this is the 4th edition. We had also the first and the 2nd edition. So it's been a success, this edition, this competition. We had many women joining, and they all came to our events, speaking and showing their experience and expertise. This is the edition's winners. So Chloe Jennings from the United Kingdom. I say wrongly the name. So it was Chloe Jennings from the United Kingdom. She's online. Sorry for that, Chloe. And also Charlotte, probably she said that she was coming. She was from the 2nd edition. She was coming also from the audience. Maybe she can also be speaking lately if she wants. Anna, she's here, and she will give her experience. And also Araceli will speak following me. So all the videos are online. You can see and check how they do installation, maintenance, repair with women doing their daily job or designing equipment in their daily job. So you can just have a look. They are inspiring and they are role model for our women. They give good visibility at European level, of course, because we are a European body. Good credibility with the RAC sectors. And what is the recognition for the winner? They can put on their CV, career path. Normally, the trophy, the prize is not the real award. The award is visibility. They come to exhibitions with us, and we can give them a good show on LinkedIn, social media. Now it's it's everywhere, social media, so it's good for them to be visible. So please, women that are now joining us, participate to this competition. Send us a video of your work, or young women or young men below 25 of age, because this year we also extended to young people, to have also young people joining this award. And we need ambassadors. So you women winners, but not only the winners, also all the winners can be ambassadors, and training centers believe in women, like my training centers. Companies are ready to mentor young technicians. We can be mentor, as Michaela said earlier. Association promote diversities, and we need to build the future of cooling together. My final tips are: cooling transition require people. Of course, not only technology. We are moving the technology, but we need people, more people, a lot of more people we need. We talk about it every assembly in area about having more skilled people joining the sectors. So women are strategic resources for us, for having more people joining the sector. We need also young people, I told you, and inclusion is a necessity. So if we want a resilient, safe, and innovative sector, we need to open the doors wider to everyone. So thank you so much. And if you are coming to Mostra Convegno, the exhibition end of the month, we can meet it as also in real, not just virtually. Thank you so much. And now we can have some good example from the sector. We can have, I think Araceli is next, if I'm not mistaken, right? Araceli, no, sorry, Anna is next. Anna is first, sorry. I follow the agenda. So Anna, you are here. Yes, you are. Thank you for joining. You are very quick. Thank you so much. She's the winner of last year competition of ARE. Thank you, Anna.
Hello, everyone from my side. So as Marco mentioned, I'm Hannah. I'm 28 years old and I work at the university in Aachen, Germany. So today I prepared one slide because I wanted to share with you some parts of my journey. I called it how I got into heat pumping technology. So this is me. I did my master's and my bachelor's at Aachen University in mechanical engineering. So I'm a mechanical engineer. It was a tough course, I guess, as all of you know, with technical studies, but it was so much fun. I really liked the topics we were covering, and especially the problem solving we did all over the studies. So I decided I really like this. I want to stay a little longer and stayed at university, where I joined a research team on heat pumping technology. So our research team is part of the Institute for Energy Efficient Buildings and Indoor Climate. So we are covering mostly the topic of residential heating. And in this sense, we focus on heat pump integration into energy systems, over complex control algorithms, down to flow sheet optimization, as well as refrigerant optimization, with a focus on natural refrigerant. And maybe just as a side note, you see our team here on the picture, and what I really like and wanted to point out that we have 3 women in our team, which makes me proud, and it's a good thing in my viewpoint. So inside of this team, I started to conduct my own research, mainly focusing on broadening our scope. So not only residential heating, but also more towards advanced application scenarios, as for example, industrial heating or high temperature heat pump solutions. I've mainly been doing theoretical work, but recently moved over to experimental research, which is so much fun, but also requires a very different kind of skill set and gives me the opportunity to learn. Based on this research, or on my research I was doing, I got the opportunity to go to conferences and give some talks and publications. And this is, of course, really exciting, but it's also scary sometimes because, I feel like sometimes you don't feel ready or maybe not 100% sure on what you're going to be presenting, in particular in a very male-dominated audience. And this particular conference where I posted this picture of mine, I wasn't 100% sure on my conclusions of my results. And I was actually about to not attend the conference. Luckily, I did go in the end, and I got really good feedback, and we had some interesting and constructive discussions. And I even ended up getting a poster award for my results. I'm sharing this with you not to show off, but rather to present my learning, because I feel like, especially as women, we tend to wait until we feel like 110% ready to do something. But most often it's not necessary to wait. We are ready, and we should just go for it and present our work, our topics, and ourselves, because we should be visible and not wait too long, maybe, as a learning. I also want to talk briefly about the Women in Cooling video competition Marco just mentioned. This was really exciting for me, obviously, going to Milan and meeting all these inspiring people. But there's also another side to the story, because in the beginning, when we were discussing contributing, I wasn't so sure if we should do it, and I didn't want to do it alone. So what we did, I talked to my colleagues, Anna and Katharina, with whom we contributed in the end. And we basically wrote an email to the organizing committee asking if we could participate as a group. And luckily they answered and said that there is no problem doing it as a group. Fast forward, we won. That was really exciting. And the learning I want to share with you today on this story is basically, if you feel like you need something, go ask for it. Most of the time, people are happy to help you. And even if it's not possible, just asking for it doesn't hurt. And most of the time, you don't even know what would be possible if you hadn't had asked. Another side note, you see the QR code here. I haven't really been talking about what I actually do. If you're interested in how our daily work looks like, please feel free and check out the video. It explains rather well, I guess, what we're doing at university. Feel free to check it out. And where's the road leading? Unclear, but hopefully submitting my PhD thesis is coming next. I'll leave my contact details here in the bottom of the slide. If you have any questions or want to keep in touch, reach out, please feel free. So I'm happy to connect with you.
Thank you so much, Anna. Great presentation, and thank you for giving us the credit about the Women in Cooling competition. Thank you so much. We were very happy to have you in Milan. Araceli, also you received the award in Madrid at the exhibition in Madrid, right, Araceli?
Yes, hello. I want to share screen.
Yes. 1 second. Yes, please, presentation mode. Yes, perfect.
You see it? Okay. Well, hello. I'm Araceli Pino, and I work at Intercom, part of Cater Group here in the south of Spain. I'm very happy to join you for International Women's Day. Last year, as Marco said, I had the opportunity to take part in ARIA's Women in Cooling video competition, and I was honored to be selected as one of the award winners. It was a real pleasure for me, and I'm grateful to be invited today to share my experience. In the next few minutes, I'll give you a short snapshot of my work in cooling and refrigeration and the key message behind my Women in Cooling video. I'm an electronic engineer, and at Intercom, I'm the programming and laboratory lead in the design department. In simple terms, my job is to translate refrigeration needs into reliable control solution with a focus on safety and performance and energy efficiency. Intercon is a Spain manufacturer of refrigeration equipment with more than 35 years in the sector and presence in around 50 countries. We are a part of 𝘐𝘠𝘠 Group, and together we deliver efficient, reliable, and sustainable solutions to the market. What I like about this field is that it's deeply technical, but also very practical, because the work we do in design and validation ends up running in real life installation and supporting everyday needs. Now, I would like to show you what my day-to-day looks like. My day-to-day can be summarized in 3 pillars. First, control and optimization. I design control strategies that keep refrigeration systems stable and efficient, so the unit behaves consistently even when conditions change. Second, safety and reliability. Refrigeration equipment needs to protect itself and its components. That's why we use limit interlocks, alarms, diagnostics to spot issues early and avoid bigger problems later. Third, PLC, HMI, and testing. I work on the PLC and the user interface, and I validate performance through lab testing. The testing is where we confirm that what we design works as expected, and where we fine-tune details that make operation smoother for the people who run and service the equipment. So the objective is always the same: equipment that is safe, reliable, and efficient in real life. And that leads to the key message I wanted to share. And this is my key message. It's your turn in cooling. More women means more perspective and better solutions. Cooling and refrigeration are built by engineering and technical teams. When these teams are more diverse, the sector becomes stronger and the solution works better in real life. So if you're listening today and thinking about your next step, I will put it in 3 actions. Study tech, work in industry, join engineering and technical teams makes you create real-world impact, and step up, say yes to challenges. Technical careers are built by project by project. So the opportunities in this sector are real, and we need more women choosing these technical paths. Thank you very much for listening.
Great presentation, Araceli. Thank you. Well done.
Thank you.
So stay ready for questions from the public, from other women, Araceli. I'm sure they will.
Okay,
so
I'll
now,
be blessed.
Yes, stay here with us, please. So now we pass from the winners of the competition to women in the refrigeration manufacturers, leading manufacturers, leading refrigeration companies. So first slide, first presentation, Andrea, our good friend Andrea. We know each other from a long time. Andrea Voigt, please.
Indeed, and thank you so much, Marco, for inviting, and to Aria for the initiative, which I think is great. And I'm super inspired by what I heard already. And I was super happy to hear Hannah say, don't wait until you're 100% ready, because that's really my key message as well. That is where we need to get much better as women. So I'm trying to share the screen, but this is a bit of a challenge. So I hope it'll work.
Yes, it's coming.
Yeah.
Wait a sec. Not yet. Yes, please put in presentation mode.
Yeah, and that's why I have the challenge with the screens here. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's coming.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No, maybe.
Not yet. Maybe we can share from our side, maybe.
I
Oh,
see
yes,
it
yes,
also.
it is here. It is here. When display settings, correct?
Yeah.
And yes, we can see it. Perfect.
Okay, very good. Thank you. And I hope it'll move. If not, then you share from your end, Marco. What I wanted to say here, so first of all, to present myself, my name is Andrea Vogt and I'm working for Danfoss, where I'm responsible for public affairs, sustainability and communications. And the message I wanted to give here, I just said it, is really that we shouldn't wait as women until we are 100% ready, but we should really go for it. And then I saw a second point, which was on your slides, I think, Marco, where you say that women are not a KPI, but a strategic resource. And I think that's the other key message, which for me really stands out. So what I wanted to do here is very quickly show some examples from my own career, more from a personal angle than from a specific Danfoss angle, but then also link it to what I'm doing at Danfoss. When I put together those slides, I was thinking of the refrigerants, and I was looking at this circle, which we use very often in Danfoss to show the refrigerants journey, because that is also a red thread in my career. And I just pointed out here where I joined this industry. So of course, not 200 years ago, but 30 years ago, when we had the phase out of CFCs and of HCFCs. So dating back quite a long time and going through all those different steps in the process, which is still ongoing, obviously. And I time traveled a little bit when I did that and looked at my beginnings in this industry sector when I was working for a refrigerant producer. And that's already the first example. When I started back then, I'm not an engineer. I came to this industry because I found the industry fascinating and very interesting. And I just took that leap back then and thought, okay, let's give it a try. Let's see if I can make my way here, because I find it interesting and extremely relevant for society, as all the other speakers have said already. And these are just some examples from magazines from back at the time, which I kept as a sort of souvenir, showing how we moved through this refrigerant transition back then, which for me at the time was a big learning. After that, I was working first as a gas producer and then a long time freelance. And from there, I moved to Brussels, where I was leading EPI, which is one of the leading associations, manufacturer associations for heating and cooling, based here in Brussels. And that's also where I'm based. And that's another example where I did not wait until 100% ready. I saw that opportunity and I had an opportunity to apply for that job of leading EPI at the time. And I just thought, let's go for it. It's fascinating, it's interesting. I'm maybe halfway there because I know the industry very well, but I'm not 100% there, because when I moved to Brussels, I didn't know a great deal about lobbying. But it was about taking the chance and also trusting myself. And that would be one of the key messages, as I was saying earlier. We have to trust ourselves and grab the opportunities that come along. And then take the learnings that we have on the way. And in this case, when I joined EPI back then, I learned a lot in terms of psychology, in terms of leading groups of very diverse and different people, coming sometimes also with very competing interests. And that was an occasion for me to learn how to say, okay, we agree to disagree, which is shaping our daily life, also in our careers and in our professional and in our personal lives. I also learned to set boundaries. Where do you have to say stop? Where is your personal boundary if you do not want to put yourself, your health, your well-being at risk? I learned that, yes, it's probably nice to be nice, but it's not the same as being kind. And sometimes being kind means also being honest and giving honest feedback, constructive feedback, even if it is negative feedback. That's something you also have to learn during your career, giving that feedback and accepting that feedback. I learned also by to grow by admitting mistakes, by making mistakes, by daring. And that's also the title that I gave to this presentation, to dare to lead, really. And that implies that sometimes you're making mistakes, and that's not dramatic. It's part of life. We just have to admit them and then grow with the mistakes that we make. And then also to withstand tension and to drive consensus whenever possible. I had a wonderful time during those 12 years. I got to know a lot of amazing people and certainly a lot of great meetings with our members. I found this old photo from the Centro Studi Galileo, Marco. This was one of your conferences, actually. And then after that, in 2021, I joined Danfoss, and that again was a new adventure. It was again a big learning, and it was again stepping into something which was new, because the change from leading an association to leading a function and a department in a corporate environment is very, very different. But again, I think the message here is again the same. It is about seizing the opportunities that you have, and also following your own personal path. When you think this is something I can grow with, this is something which where I can advance, then grabbing the opportunity is very important. And the word on Danfoss here in this context, which I think is really important to say, and comes back to what Marco was saying earlier. Women are not just a KPI, they are a strategic resource, but you have to be given the opportunity by your company also to be a strategic resource. And what characterizes Danfoss as a company is that it creates this environment where people are truly empowered, where you have the opportunity to evolve, to make mistakes, and not to be condemned for those mistakes, but to really then get the feedback and to evolve further. And that's a true culture where you're also rewarded if you think a bit different and you come maybe from a different angle. You are being appreciated for that in general, and you're being encouraged to move along with that. So this is something which I think is not a given in big companies, and is something, and this is my little advertising spot for Danfoss here, is something which really, really characterizes Danfoss. You have this opportunity to be different, to be accepted for that, and then also to contribute and to be empowered to move forward in the company. And then just to end, I had many great opportunities in this industry from the start of my career until now to meet really a lot of great women, motivated women, young women, middle-aged, older women. There are a lot of great talents out there. And I think the best thing that we can do in this community is to learn from each other, because
model, you've been here in the sector for a long time. Please contact Andrea Voigt, even if you want to. A good example, sure. You've been president of association, you've been companies, you've been in many parts, many roles in this sector. So please contact Andrea if you want to.
Absolutely.
A good example.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Another good example is Miriam Solana. I always call Miriam when we need a good gender balance in our conferences. She's in every conference of mine. So please, Miriam, give your example.
Can you see the slide?
Very well. Presentation mode, please.
I'm trying. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody. It's an honor for me to talk after Andrea. Actually, she was the first woman I met in the HVAC world out of my company, and what a great career. I am in the sector since 2016, 10 years now, and I work in the Knowledge Center of Carel. My work is continuous learning and studying because the scope is to share knowledge and to try to anticipate the trends on the market by studying the regulation and help to find the innovative solutions. But the reason why I wake up every day is trying to live a better world by proposing environmentally friendly and safe solutions. This is combined by my passion of teaching, sharing knowledge, and promoting best practice. I grew up in the center of Spain, and I studied chemical engineering, where I acquired my technical background. I spent also 1 year of Erasmus in Italy, in Cagliari, where I developed my European mindset, which is very useful now for my work. And I realized that in Europe, the countries are have many differences, but people are very similar. Then I spent some months at the University of Trento in Italy doing research, some months also in Ireland studying English. And finally, I came to Padova, where I live now, to do my PhD, international one. So I met people from everywhere in the world, from many countries, and I had the opportunity to complement it with an experience in the US, in the US DA, where I learned that the way of working and doing research in the US is very similar to us, but the way of living is quite different. Now the story of how one project brought me to the next one. During my chemical engineering studies, I did a project on the extraction of oil for the production of biodiesel. This brought me to the University of Trento to do a project on supercritical CO2 extraction that is actually a cycle very similar to the one that is used in refrigeration and air conditioning. And it was complemented by my PhD, where I had to build my own supercritical CO2 plants. And so I did it on this field. I learned a lot of different skills on thermodynamics, scientific method, data interpretation, a lot of learning from this study and research years. But I think that the most important ones were the ones that are usually learned in a more indirect way, like strategic thinking, resilient, innovation mindset, mentorship, and so on. So then I had to choose between continuing my way at the university or starting in the industry. And I wanted something less specific and more connected to the real world. And this is why I tried to work in the HVAC sector. And I started in Karel 10 years ago. During these 10 years, the world has changed a lot. These are some of the most important events with Paris Agreement and all the environmental regulations, COVID and the acceleration of digitalization and the invasion of Ukraine and the diffusion of heat pumps, for example. Also in our sector, there have been many changes, many regulations and trends. These are some of them, from Kigali Amendment to the European Green Deal to PFAS restriction proposal and others. And these have shaped also my work on monitoring all the changes in our market. So my work has been focused on refrigerants, energy efficiency, heat pumps, PFAS, data centers, and cybersecurity. These are some pictures of these 10 years from some experience of the field at the beginning, some international conferences in Australia with Centro Studi Galileo, Argentina with Centro Studi Galileo, in Australia, one of the first webinars during the COVID period, and then more recent pictures of this work where we are combining hybrid, in-person and online events. These are some of the skills that I have acquired during my work in the HVAC industry, from the technologies, communication, and a lot of skills that are directly related to working in a company, also lobby, negotiation, and the ones that are learned along the way from adaptability, confidence, empathy, teamwork, in strategy, and so on. So what is my message? My message is that all women are welcome to our sector, and our sector is impactful, trying to find solutions for the challenges of the world, growing. Now, for example, with the growth of data center, essential, for example, for preserving the food, dynamic and impacted by the changes in the world, challenging, you never get bored, and about all is a sector that is innovative. So thank you very much, and I hope many women will join our sector.
Thank you very much, Miriam. I think we had many examples, good examples. I ask the women that are here, you can see all these small blocks that are here with us, could share their examples as well. Or maybe ask questions to other women for joining the sector, how to improve their career. There are a lot of possibility that you have today of connections. So please raise your hand. There is a little button, raise your hand if you want to share your experience, or write in the chat box if you want, even the chat box. We have 20 minutes of question and answers, and I'm happy to raise your box and raise your, you can raise your voice and say your experience as well, if you want, please. Or maybe if other speakers want to say something regarding other presentation that has been today. Maybe Sonia and Steve, that has been 1 hour you talked. 1 hour ago you had a talk.
Yeah, so keep us busy, Marco. No, thank you so much. I really actually wanted to take the floor and say that this was truly amazing, and thank you all to the speakers, to all speakers, for sharing your story. I'm truly inspired with what I've heard. You're doing amazing work in promoting this industry for women, but also making women aware that, as Andrea and others said, you don't have to be 100%. You can be 70 or 80, go for it, and you will realize that it's enough. Hannah said that too. So I think that's the excellent message to everyone, and can be applied to the everything that we do as women. And I really thank you, Marco and Koen, for organizing this. I'm really very, very happy with this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sonia. Thank you so much. UNEP, you gave me the inspiration organizing this webinar, this seminar, because you did something similar in South America, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, there was something that we promoted through INWIC. So yeah, thank you so much.
So anybody else want to have the floor? If not, we close. Thank you so much. City has been very, I'm a trainer in, let's say, Naomi. Naomi, where are you from, Naomi? You are from Africa? Naomi Osara. I'm a trainer in technical and vocational college. I have trained refrigeration and air conditioning for 9 years now. Naomi, where are you from, Naomi? Naomi O'Hara.
I'm from Kenya.
Yes, hello, Naomi.
I'm
you want
from
to put
Kenya.
your video on?
Hello.
No, video, I don't think you can put your video on. Please, Naomi.
Sorry, my name is Naomi Shinda Ochara. I'm from Kenya.
Welcome, Naomi.
My video, yeah, I've tried to switch on the video, but it's not working. I don't know why. Yes, thank you so much.
Thank you for joining us, Naomi.
Thank you, thank you.
So you are a teacher, Naomi, right?
I think that now you can start your video.
Graziella? Hello, Graziella. Naomi, you want to share something else? You are a teacher, Naomi, right?
The only thing that I wanted to say, yes. I've been turning refrigeration and air conditioning for 9 years now. Yes.
For adults or for students? No. Anybody else want to share his experience? I can see also Anne Halle is with us. She's the colleague of Anna, right? Your colleague, Anna. So congratulations also to Anne Halle for the prize she won last year.
Yeah. Yes, thank you very much. Yes, I'm Hannah's colleague. We still work in the same institute. And yeah, I kind of share the same experiences as Hannah. We did the same bachelor's and master's degree. Now we're working in the same team. And as Hannah has said, it is a really, really nice team to work at because we have lots of women in our team on refrigeration cycles, but also in the whole university. For an institute where there are lots of mechanical engineers, we have quite many female engineers working there, and this makes it a really nice environment to work at.
Well done, Anna. Well done, really. And we were very happy to have you in Milan. And we were very happy to, have a group of people winning last year. So I asked Steve, do we allow them? Yes, of course we allow them. Right, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely right. And it was a great entry as well. I really enjoyed the video. I have to say, I'm glad I'm not a judge because I would give everybody first prize. But I really enjoyed your video and everybody else. They were all so good and inspiring. Yeah, really good. Can I just say something about visibility? It's one thing that we found through the work with STEMazing in the UK is the importance of female role models going into colleges or schools, particularly into the younger age as well. What the feedback and the research is showing that if a male goes in and talks about engineering, the females, the young girls in the class are immediately think this is a job for boys or a job for men. If a woman goes in, the younger girls or even the older women are engaged, and it doesn't put the males off as well, whatever age. The boys, men are not put off. But if a woman goes in, it's a win-win situation. Not only are you raising your profile, the young women are engaging as well. So it's really important being a role model and being visible. And we're seeing such great examples of that today. Thank you.
Well done. Graziella, you are turning your video on. You want to say something, Graziella? You normally...
Yes, I tried, but I didn't succeed. Sorry, I didn't succeed.
No problem. We can hear you very well. You always give great input, Graziella, please.
Thank you very much for inviting me. And I want to congratulate all the speakers and organizers. And I'm from Romania, professor in university, and I organize in my country a Women in Refrigeration group. And I met a lot of you because I have experience for more than 40 years in this field. The idea is that I am interested to be mentor and also ambassador of this group. And I have also because I'm also the president of Romanian General Association of Refrigeration, I have a group with young ladies, women in refrigeration. Some of them they are PhD engineers. We have also technicians, and maybe if it is possible, we will try to participate in this competition this year or next year, because we are appreciating your efforts. And again, I want to congratulate everyone, to say thank you, stay safe, and hope will be health and peace everywhere. Thank you.
Thank you, Graziella. I can see also City. You're from Australia, are you, City? Or where are you from?
Hi, yes. Hi, everyone. I'm here to support Michaela. I am currently in Australia, but I'm moving to Singapore back home soon. So Michaela is inspiring me to set up a women in cooling group in Singapore, I think. I do apologize for the background. It's almost bedtime here for us. So it was really wonderful to hear from all these really impressive women. I feel so rejuvenated, you know. I feel like I really have found my calling in working in our industry. So thank you so much.
Well done, City. Well done for working in our industry. So Naomi has a new challenge on VFF system. From now on, I will take the challenge from Kenya. Naomi from Kenya has this challenge of VRF. She write on the chat. So anybody else want to share his experience? Like Anna, City, Graziella, please do.
Maybe just another quick remark from my side, because as you were mentioning the other girls from the women in cooling competition, I might give a shout out to Chloe. I've met her last year in Milano, and she also does great work, and she has an Instagram channel, The Cooling Girl. If you're using Instagram or the platform, definitely go check her out, because she does really, really inspiring work and uses these social media platform to reach a broader audience, and it's great work. And just wanted to give her a shout out here, because I think she couldn't join us, so check her out.
Yes, Chloe and Charlotte send their regards, but couldn't join. Thank you. I think if nobody else wants to share his experience, I hope you enjoyed this webinar. We are 10 minutes ahead of schedule. So thank you so much. I'm sure we will do another event like this one soon, maybe in 1 year time or something, but we need to replicate because it's been successful. I'm very happy. And I thank all the speakers, all the women that are here with us. We enjoyed also. As men, we enjoyed as well, right, Steve and Koen, and we enjoyed a lot. Thank you so much. And we are happy to help, of course.
Yeah, thank you. And just a shout out for October. Do another one in October, the last week of October.
Okay, which one?
This will be announced with the community day that we're planning. We're hoping to partner with UNEP on this, and we'll be dealing with women in ARIA and various other associations. What we want to do is the idea is that each group, whatever you call the group, they put on a 1-hour webinar, have a speaker, have a panel session, but invite a woman from another group into their session so that they can exchange ideas. It'll be uncoordinated. Anybody can do it. Anybody can put a group together. It can be a company. It could be Danfoss, for example. I'm looking at Andrea at the moment, or it could be a national association or a small association. Just put a webinar together. We'll put a page up and just share when and where these events are taking place. But it'll be the voice of women. I'm afraid, Marco, you and I will have to take a bit of a back step that day.
Okay, no problem for that. In October, there is also 𝘐𝘯𝘵𝘠𝘳. Please join us in 𝘐𝘯𝘵𝘠 and don't put in the same date, please, Steve.
It will not clash with 𝘐𝘯𝘵𝘠𝘳, yeah.
Okay, very good.
Okay.
Hope to see you soon, not only virtually. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.